and that's St. George's Boys going on the field.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the final game of the Thursday Clash. The Thursday Clash is here at the Dairyboard Festival, which sees St. George's College second team up against the Prince Edward Tigers second team. It's always it's a traditional fixture. It's always a big challenge. St. George's up against Prince Edward. We can expect a good physical battle as we see the Prince Edward second team run on here, inside here. Lots of guys came on off the bench on Thursday for their first team on both sides. So they'll be looking to continue their good form from Thursday. So getting set here for the kickoff. Kickoff goes nice and high, very contestable. Unfortunately, the PE boys not able to hold on to that ball. Knock on. Not a good start for the PE Prince Edward Super Seconds boys with a knock on there, gifting St. George's with some possession in their half. Not a very good start from Prince Edward. So the first scrum of the day, we'll see how the forwards are looking. Ball in from the scrum half. Had balls just hanging around the flank, which makes the scrum half have to dig for that ball. And the ref has penalized, it looks like St. George's, for not binding properly their scrum time. So the first penalty of the day. Super Seconds will look to clear that ball out, and he finds good touch there. Does the Super Seconds fly off? The first line out of the day there to Prince Edward. We'll see how they take it. Scrappy ball, but they win that ball nonetheless. Doesn't go to hand the pass. Prince Edward still with in possession of the ball. St. George is being penalized for diving over there. Quick tap there from Super Second scrum half. He gets that ball out to his forward, back inside, good ball. But no one's there to ruck, so the scrum half has to go in and do the job. Good pass out there. They're looking to move that ball. He tried to carry that ball, but he's just lost that ball in contact. Another bad pass there. Super Seconds just going backwards here. But again, St. George is being penalized at ruck time. The ref feels like he needs to talk to the St. George's boys about the repeated infringements. Again, Super Seconds look to try find touch there. And they find touch just inside the St. George's College 22. And there you can just see not supporting his body weight as he's trying to steal that ball, resulting in the penalty. Second line out here for the Super Seconds. Scrappy, but they still win it. Give it to a big forward who wants to run up the middle there, and it looks like he'll go. Unfortunately, it does not make it all the way to the try line. Pick and go there from the Prince Edward boy, but he's lost that ball in contact. Good offload. That St. George's boy drives well. They give that ball out to another forward pod. They try to move that ball. St. George is just playing around in their danger zone. And St. George's try and steal that ball. So here we see the St. George's coaches barking orders. Bright and Chwandire. Tap and go there in their own half. They're looking to get some phases going. Carry from the St. George's prop there. Again, they're trying to move that ball, but that pass does not go to hand. And they put under pressure back again in their 22. Good counter-rucking attempt there from Prince Edward. But ref blows the whistle there. Penalty there for Prince Edward. They also want to tap and go. They've passed that ball on.
Stephen, get us out! Get us out of there!
A knock on there from Prince Edward, which will give St. George's an opportunity to try and exit here from a scrum. Ball in there from the scrum half. And they move that ball, but they decided to clear that ball straight from the base. Is not fielded well by the Prince Edward boy. Number 9 running across there, passing the ball out to 10. They're looking to get that ball. Good line there from the center. And he looks like he'll go all the way here. All the way for the score. Yeah, good effort there from the Prince Edward boys, the Super Seconds. Just getting that ball down the line and into the space around that center. Good line run by the center there. But number 15 from St. George's College was not in a good position to defend that, and he had an easy run in to score under the poles. That brings the score up to Super Seconds 5, St. George's College 0 before the conversion. Conversion unfortunately unsuccessful. Right in front of the poles there. That keeps the score at 5-0 in favor of the Super Seconds. He's just pulling that kick and it's hitting the post. Unlucky for the young man. So kickoff there from the St. George's boy. Nice and high, good kickoff. Taken in by this Prince Edward boys, but the ref has taken play back.
That's a nice crowd there. Now it's a scrum in favor of St. George's. Both teams are looking very well. They take it nicely. Good pass from the number 9 there. Down the line. Oh, that's a good tackle. It's now a line out in favor of Prince Edward Seconds. Good ball skills from the St. George's side. A nice textbook tackle from the PE boys. Oh, that's a good mistake there. They're now setting up some phases. Good footwork there from the PE boys.
Max, get in there, man! Max!
That's a turnover.
You need to get in there!
Just a lot of slipping and sliding due to there was a bit of rain, so conditions aren't the best for sidestepping. You can see some of the boys slipping and sliding there. Ball in there from the scrum offs in the St. George's put in. 8 breaks, passes back to scrum off. Scrum off tries to take it up. Again, St. George's with the pick and go, but it looks like they're going to be held up. No, he manages to go to ground. And play has been called back for a penalty. As you can see, the coach is there from St. George's. Managed to find touch there, which will give them a line out on the Super Seconds 5-meter line. Good opportunity for St. George's College to score here. Number 2 there from St. George's, Mnyezwa, with the put in here at the line out. Ball is taken in very well. They're going to try and maul this ball. They've set well, but so have Prince Edward, and they seem to be holding them up well. But St. George's keep on going. Ball is out there. Number 10 with a dummy. Tries to offload, does not go to hand. So St. George is just being a bit impatient there. Ref looks to have stopped play. Ref is signaling a knock-on. So St. George's again with another opportunity to score a try here with the scrum close to the post there. Ball in there from the scrum off. He moves the ball out to the right. Nice little switch there. Again, good wide pass there from the scrum off back inside. Again, ball given to a pod. Good, nice, good leg drive.
That's a good head from the number 2, St. George's. That's the outside line. A penalty to St. George's. They decided to tap it quick. That's a try in favor of St. George's. Number 12, and that's Munda Jevuvu.
Good play from the St. George's boys, just taking that quick tap and moving that ball down the hands, and the centre there capitalizing on his opportunity, and centre and captain dummying there and going over for that try. That brings the score to 5-all before the conversion attempt here. It's number 13. Shelewa with the conversion attempt.
Let's see if we can get this one right. That's the P boys correcting each other. Oh, and that's a good kick from Shalewa there. It's now 7 points to 5 in favor of St. George's. A good show of talent from both teams. That's our score, 7-5 in favor of St. George's Seconds. Not the best of his kicks, but the St. George's boy tried to capitalize it. Down the line as they go. Trying to put up some phases. A bit sloppy there. A good kick there from the a penalty in favor of St. George's now.
We can see in the shot there, Coach Bright Chivandire looking very stressed out there, not happy with this boy's performance at this current moment in time. But a touch kick there, and not the best of strikes, but he manages to find touch there just before the halfway line. So they'll have a line out there. Number 2 again, Munyeswa, with the throw in here at line out time for St. George's. And ref has said that throw in was not in straight. So the Super Seconds here will have a put in at the scrum here. Yeah, you can see there that ball not going in straight. They managed to get that ball and go around there, but he had a foot in touch, which will give another line out to the St. George's boys. Niesa again with the throw in. Unfortunately, that throw is also not going in straight. Another scrum down here to Prince Edward Super Seconds. Scrum off here of the Super Seconds, Andina Ama, to put the ball in here. St. George is pushing well. 8 breaks, draws and passes. They get that ball out. They're trying to get that ball out wide to the wing, but the pass does not go to hand, putting themselves under pressure. But St. George's look to be penalized for diving in there. Dangerous play. Prince Edward coach is not happy with the call, obviously. Kick for touch there. But the ball did not go out. Number 15 tried to handle it and unfortunately knocked that ball on, which gives Prince Edward some good territory the opportunity to have a scrum put in here close to the St. George's 22. And Dina Ama here again with the put in. St. George's College pushing well here at the scrum, but that ball goes out wide. 10 looping. Nice little switch ball there. Nice, good run there, but ref has called play back. Ref just having some words there with Andina Ama. That pass was called as going forward. So it'll be a scrum down here with St. George's to put the ball in. Scrum off Munyapi to put that ball in for the St. George's second team. Good steady scrum there from St. George's. And 9 gets that ball out. And they're looking to kick the ball. Does not find touch. And Prince Edward Wing juggling the ball there. Manages to get that ball out. Play is here around halfway line. Handina Ama. Nice little dart there from the young man. Another pick and go from the number 4 there. Andina Hama moving that ball. Fly off decides to kick there, but finds the hands of the fullback. And they keep going to St. George's second team. Good footwork there. Another turnover. Prince Edward with an overlap there. They can exploit it. Unfortunately, that ball does not find hands, and it goes to ground. And Dina Hama again with a nice pass. He just can't get that last pass away. Goes to hand, and looks like Super Seconds are being held up here. He finds his way to ground. Ref is not happy here, and he's given someone a yellow card. It looks like Ndina Hama here has been given that yellow card. The ref's not happy with him, so he'll go out for 5 minutes. St. George's will look to capitalize on the man short and obviously try and get a score whilst Andina Hama's off the field. Ref not happy with the spacing there at line-out time. He's just organizing the line-outs.
And that's Andina Hama, the player who got a yellow card. A good take from the St. George's boys. Nice pass from the number 9 there. Down the line. Oh, you just lost it there. A turnover. And it's now a scrum in favor of Prince Edward. The game is just looking a bit scrappy now. A good put in with the number 10 there. IK.
You're under the bound.
A good contest there from the PE boys.
Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Get the ball out of there.
Offside. And St. George's boys are trying to find touch now. That's a good kick. A line out in favor of St. George's. A good throw from there. Oh, it seems like a turnover. Nice line. Good pass from the PE boys there. And it's a penalty for not releasing the ball. And the St. George's boys looking to find touch again.
Get there forward. Get there forward. Hey, forward. Yes. You can't get there on back.
Yeah, so another penalty for St. George's. So they were able to kick that ball into touch and get another line out. The hooker again with the throwing, Munyeswa. But again, scrappy ball's been turned over there. Prince Edward trying to move that ball down the hands to get it to the far side of the field where there's some space, but it doesn't get there in time and the space is closed down. Prince Edward with a ruck there. Ref has penalized them for holding on there. Looks like they're going to go for touch here. Again, do St. George's go for touch? They've managed to find touch there. Just on the 22-meter line. Another line out here for St. George's. Hopefully they can get their line outs correct here. Play has been stopped there whilst the hooker is going to look for the ball. That ball has not gone in straight at line-out time. It seems to be a problem here. The whole tournament, most of the hookers have not been able to throw that ball in properly. It seems to be a national problem of hookers not being able to throw that ball in properly at line-out time. So that's Prince Edward with a scrum here on their 22 with the man short. As you can see, the fly-off there has moved to scrum off here. Prince Edward with the ball at the back of the scrum. They're moving that ball. They decide to kick it. Kick goes nice and deep, finding some grass. Fielded by the number 15 there, stepping very well. Manages to offload to the 9. Stepping there, but he's been tackled a bit high, but he keeps on leg driving, number 7. 9 moving that ball again. They're trying to get it through the hands. Nice little offload there. Another offload. Again, St. George's just seem to be going through the phases here. Good, strong carry, but he doesn't hold on to that ball. It's been knocked forward. and St. George is penalized for not rolling away here. The scrum off there looks like he's back, Handina Hama, but there seems to be a stoppage in play for this injury here. Seems to be attending to his eye, his left eye. Seems to be something wrong with his eye there. The physio seems to be signaling for more help. Seems to be quite a serious issue, but play still continues. And Dinahama taps and goes and moves that ball. Great line again from that center. He seems to be going all the way, the number 13. Great line again from great try again from Nechironga. This is his second try of the day. He's very good at picking those lines and finishing well. Another good try from the center, Nechironga. As you can see there, just beating the last defender and going around again to the middle of the sticks for a good score. It's good play from them. They went quick from that quick tap, moved that ball down the line, exposing the space out wide, and going in for a good try. And that will take play to half time.
Shots from the first half there. And in Armour, the number 9. A good line break there from the center. Michiranga. It's now second half between the PE Super Seconds and the St. George's Seconds, the Dragons. As you can see, the St. George's head coach shouting there from the sideline. A good take there. St. George is putting up some phases. A good take from the big man there, but it was closed down by the PE defense. St. George's with their 5th phase now. Good chase there. And it goes out of touch.
So it looks like they're coming in here for a line out, which is the first line out of the second half. Hopefully both coaches spoke to their players about throwing that ball in straight. We'll see what happens here. Unfortunately, that pass, that throw in does not go in straight. And another scrum to St. George's College just inside the Super Seconds half. We can see the PE bench warming up. Some players getting ready to get onto the field there. You can see some smiles there. They're very excited at this opportunity. Ball in there from the scrum half, and he gets that ball out wide. It looks like they're trying to get that ball into the midfield area, but keeps on moving. Good hands, but he just can't get that last pass away. 9 with the run. Manages to get that ball away to the number 11. But it's a turnover there from PE.
Get back.
And Andina Hama there wanting to tap the ball quickly and go. But as you can see there, the young man just loses control of the ball as he's about to set up his ruck. They try to go for touch here. Don't get much distance. It was a tough angle to kick from. But they'll have the put in at this line out. Number 24 there, Makoni. He was obviously a substitution at halftime there. 24 at the fly half for Super Seconds, Makoni.
Munapi, through.
Andina Hama just manages to get that offload away. Another little move there from Makoni, getting that ball out wide. A bit of space to run in for the Super Seconds wings, but they're finally tackled into touch, and that's another line out to St. George's College. And the scoreline is still there at 10-7. Number 9 there trying to kick the ball out into touch. It looks like he's managed to get some good distance there. We can see the St. George's boy just getting some attention there. Oh, okay. St. George's, Prince Edward with the ball, with possession of the ball. Looks like ball is out there, and St. George's try to intercept that ball. PE trying to exit with a box kick. Unfortunately, Andina Hama just not able to hold on to that ball.
And that's a scrum in favor of PE from the knock-on that has been made by St. George's boys. Both scrums looking good. Nice and low. And Dinamo puts it in. A good pass from the base. And a move. Makoni running with the ball. Oh, and it just lost it there. Knock-on met by PE. The Super Seconds.
Let's get them go forward for me.
As you can see, a loop there to the number 10, Makoni. And he's tackled a good handoff. Unfortunately, he lost the ball in contact there. A good push from the St. George's boys. A switch. And the number 11 runs it wide. A good tackle there from the PE boys. And it's a turnover for holding onto the ball in favor of PE. As you can see, the PE bench there. A fancy pass from Mandina Ama there.
Up, Shaniwa! Up, Shaniwa! Up, Shaniwa! Up! Up, Shaniwa!
Good take by the big man there. And then Handinama.
Hold him up! Hold him up!
And it's a turnover.
Go!
A good territorial kick from the number 15 there.
Stay, Joseph, stay!
And also a good kick from the number 4. It looks like there has been an infringement. Offside line. It's a penalty in favor of St. George's. As you can see on the screen there. The PE wing there. They chose a scrum. Good pass from the number 9 there. Munyapi. He takes it to the wing. It's Terrera. Not rolling away. A quick tap. Good footwork. Unfortunately, to the knock-on. They lost the advantage there. They still have it. As you can see, the St. George's first team players there. Just by the stand there. Watching their other boys play. Who are also aspiring to be in their first team. Maybe throughout the season, or a good pass there from the PE boys. A good chase from the, but unfortunately couldn't get him. Nice line break, and that's the PE number 6. I'm sorry. A good try from the boys. A good line break. As you can see. And the conversion is good. Score. 17-7 in favor of the PE seconds, the super seconds. And as you can see, the St. George's boys a bit heads down, and that's the VIP stand area. As you can see, some of the St. George's staff and that's the score. 19-7 in favor of PE second, the super seconds. Good kick from the number 10, IK. Good line break there from the PE seconds wing, and that's a good one. And it looks like an under-17 boy who has just made it for the second team, Katsutu. As you can see there, showing off his speed. And the St. George's boys were no match for his speed. As you can see there, the first team boys, the P Tigers, supporting their other mates, and the kick was successful, which brings the score to 26-7 in favor of the P Super Seconds. As you can see, the ball boy there playing with the ball. The kick was good. A good kick from the St. George's number 10 there, IK. A good dummy there, but unfortunately he lost it.
Munapi! Munapi!
As you can see, the boys there, a bit fired up. As you said earlier on, it's a derby. They're calming each other down. Another scrum in favor of St. George's. As you can see, the number 9 there, St. George's number 9, Munyapi. A short arm for an early push from the P boys, taking it on to the ref's mark, and they decided to take a scrum again. As you can hear the P first team boys shouting out the second team's names, checking if they're still in the game. A good throw by a good pass from the number 9 there, Munyapi. A good take and a good line from the number 12. He lost it there. The whistle has gone on.
As you can see, the Prince Edward bench there, much more lively, given their comfortable lead here. So line out here for St. George's second team. No, correction, Prince Edward Super Seconds. It looks like they've changed their line out thrower. Hopefully you'll have more success. Short arm called here for numbers coming into the line out. St. George's have called for the scrum here. A good steady scrum there from St. George's. Breaking there to the left. 9 looking to move that ball, does not find anyone's hands, and that ball's been knocked on. scrum off there, new guy, under 17 there for Prince Edward, putting the ball in. And they look to break. As you can see some fans there. They take that ball into touch to the super seconds of Prince Edward. Good line out there from St. George's. They're wanting to maul this. But Prince Edward are equal to the task, and they move that ball. They decide to kick. But it finds Super Second's hands. Pass not going to him, but number 14 in a bit of space. Very scrappy there at ruck time. Number 24 moving that ball. Again, they're trying to move that ball wide, but he just can't hold on to it. But ref is allowing play to continue. He has been penalized there. Number 4. Ones are there for not holding on, but number 1 with a good carry there manages to offload, but they're tackled into touch. This game, a lot of stop-start with guys going into touch, knocking on the ball. So another line out here to the Prince Edward boys in their own half. Successful line out there from Prince Edward. They're looking to move that ball. Nice little dummy switch there. He carries well. Scrum off with a difficult pass for the fly off to catch. Another bad pass. They put themselves under pressure here. Tap and go there. 9 spots some space, and he keeps going. Brought down by the 10 there. Pick and go from the prop. And, carries well. They try and offload again. Ten trying to kick, but it's charged down, and but lands in some Prince Edward hands again. But the ref has called that a penalty, and St. George's look to tap and go, but pass goes forward. So ref brings it back for that penalty again. As you can see there, that ball just bouncing, and number 5 knocking that ball on. St. George's look to be wrestled into touch here, but it's not. Number 9 with the ball in hand. Gives it to number 4, who carries well. Number 6 moving that ball along there. Number 7 with a good step there. He's trying to free up the arms to the offload. Unfortunately, with a turnover, Prince Edward try and kick it, but St. George's will counter-attack. Scrum off just looking to move that ball. 13 stepping back into contact, but ref is calling them back for being offside. Number 99 with the ball. 11 trying to step back in, but he's met by some strong defense. But the ref has stopped play. There we can see Coach Bright Chivandire looking very focused. An injury there to a Prince Edward boy. One of the props, it looks like. But play continues as St. George's try and tap and keep going. Number 11 with the ball in hand, and he manages to score that try. A good try there from Terera, the St. George's number 11. Good work there from the St. George's boys. That's just tapping quickly and finding the gap and going over for the try, which takes the score to 26-12 in favor of Prince Edward before the conversion. As you can see here, Shilewa in the shot, waiting to take his conversion, waiting to try and add extra 2 points for his team, because the scores right now are 26-12 in favor of the Super Seconds of Prince Edward. As we can also see there, the forward there, front row player walking off there for the Super Seconds, who looks to have some kind of shoulder injury. There you can see Shilewa lining up there. And the kick is successful, taking the score to 26-14.
A good kick from the number 24, Makoni. Side fly off. A good pass from Nyapi to the number 99. A penalty has been given to Prince Edward for not rolling away. Good take from the St. George's forwards there, trying to spare the ball. Taking it up with some good pace are the St. George's boys. Some good footwork from the number 7 there, Jaravaza. And it seems like a turnover. And the PA boys are passing it. And he's been taken out of touch. Leonard to the St. George's boys. Play has been stopped. There's an injured player. One of the PE boys is down, just by the middle there on the field. The St. George's boys are having a little bit of chat on what they want to do. And that's a clip for some of the mistakes being made by both teams. As you can see there, a bit of knock-ons. And play has been resumed. Waiting for the ref signal to start the time. As you can see there, the P Super Second boys jumping up and down the field, trying to stay home. As they are looking confident, as they are leading 26-14 in favor of them. Our players clapping hands there as the injured player is now walking out of the park. And that's the score, 26-14 in favor of the PE Seconds. Great thanks to our sponsors, Terribot. Play has been resumed. A good tech from the St. George's boys. A good pass. Oh. And they lost it there. Good turnover from the PE boys. But it's taken out of touch. Too many stoppages happening in this game. Both teams lacking some ball skills. And St. George's lost that one. A good pass there. A good pass there. Penalty.
Get back 10 so you can go forward. Get back 10 so you can go forward. And go up. Come across.
They decided to tap and go. The PE boys spreading the ball wide. And that's a good pass there. And a good run there from the winger. And he scores a try. And that takes our score to 31-14 in favor of the PE Seconds before the conversion. Good pass there from the number 22. Nekati. Oh, and he misses. Okay. And that takes us to full time. And the score is added 31 31 to 14 in favor of the PE seconds. The PE boys won that. They're now opening a tunnel for the St. George's boys as a sign of respect and fair play. It's always a good thing to see the boys club giving each other respect, and that's what makes it a good game at the end of the day. Our players setting their differences aside, clapping for each other team. As you can see, that's how the first try went through, with Nechirunga breaking the line of defense there with some good pace and good lines, making the first try. And the good kick, which was, and a quick tip, which was made by Antina Hama there from Nechirunga, making another line break there. They picked up a good line there and made another line break with some good pace again, and left on a straight Makov diving in front of the post. As you can see there, the number 6, that was the third try, with some good speed, some good footwork, a find off yard after contact, which made it a good one, and a good conversion kick from the number 24 there. And also the St. George's boys kept on wanting, but the PE boys did a very good job there and silenced them totally by a massive try from the winger there with some good pace. As you see, and those the PE seconds boy, the super seconds, chatting to each other with their faces. And that's all we have for you from PE, the Dairy Board Rugby Festival. It's game time. Thank you for watching.